Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to FI European Truck Racing Championship Extraordinaire as we're moving away from the European Truck Racing Championship and now we're heading to the World Series. As we've got all of the same settings, as the 25% races, everything's on, assists, we like it hard, difficulty, and then full on, off, manual. So, let's take a head to the Canada then, because this is going to be a bit different, because we've got Winton Motor Raceway, based in New South Wales, built in 1961, despite being a relatively short track, only 3 kilometres long. He successfully merges straights with chicades, small corners, long corners, which test the very best of drivers. That's the most surprising circuit I've seen in this. And then we've got Indy, hosting some of the US most popular motorsports. Is certainly a fan favourite. Built in 1909, it quickly became one of the most famous circuits in the motorsport. It is the focus on speed that differentiates Indianapolis from everything else. Its use of straights and tight turns punishes vehicles and pushes them to their limits. And then the first round takes place at Laguna Seca, located in California, constructed in 1957. Laguna Seca is one of the most punishing circuits in the world because of its turns and variety of elevation. So it's home to the corkscrew, which is regarded by many as one of the most difficult turns in the world. So you're going to see the Canada's a bit similar to what we are used to. So you've got Fuji, you've got Winton, you've got Circuit of the Americas, got a bit of a summer break as well. Then we head to Argentina, Canada, and Indy. Nothing in October. I don't know why they included it. Guess it's a leftover from the European Truck Racing Series. So let's start out the season then in Laguna Seca. As before we do that, let's to pick a team. So we can pick a team from Argentina. We can pick no other team. We can't even pick the Kiwi Truck Racing team. Oh, we can pick Tennessee Racing. You can pick Maple Leaf Truck Team. Well, I guess we're going to start out off with... Let's start with Maple Leafs. As here we are then, the World Series beginning at the WeatherTech Raceway in Laguna Seca. 11 turns. Just around 2 miles long. As you got Sara Dirac at the front. Umpire Gabriel Silva, Mark Chowdhury. And look how different these trucks are. Carl Johansson, Brad Harris, All-American third row on home turf. Ahead of Fernando Diaz and Hector Dos Santos. On the 5th row, it's Joe Whitelock and Stoffel van der Mertens. And then on the final row, you've got Thiago Costa. And there we are, in last with Maple Leaf Racing Team. That's with the sun setting. So we're going to get a bit more brighter and louder. Let's look at that truck. It's it. As here we go then. 3 laps. Got a nice camera. We have no real dials to look at as well. Makes it a bit more difficult. So everyone's stacked up. As we get a 5-second penalty for not having good wreck avoidance. And this is literally our first time round Laguna. Let's get in here. Alright, calm down. So we're up to 8th then from last. Oh my god. Go around the outside, are we? Not quite. Oh, what is everyone doing? We've got a 10-second penalty now. What the hell? And here we are behind the most beautiful truck in the game. That's how they repay me to hit me. What the hell? Oh, it's giving us a little nerf as well. I'll see you on the outside. What the hell? That corner is very weird. It's uphill. I've never known the apex to rise though. As here we go. The infamous corkscrew. So infamous, people are starstruck by it, as you can see the drivers in front. That's all down the inside into fourth. Sweeping left. Final couple of corners. So easy to attack this corner, and once again, I don't know why the apex has risen. As the corner goes away from you. And this corner looks much quicker. No, I remember it. Has it got 15-second penalties now? What the hell? Why isn't every time we pass someone? We've completed that. Different trucks, but still. We have that.
Keep going. You can win this race.
Thank you. Not sure I can with the time penalties, but it's all a bit wide there. Got on the power nice and early. So once again, I don't know why they break there. You rush to in, so once again that apex just rises. Very weird compared to anything any replication of the Laguna Seca I've driven around before. It's now got 18 seconds. Is it every time we pass someone we're getting a time penalty? It's going to be like 30 seconds by the time we pass the leader. It's all over the curb. Got to get on that power, uphill. Trucks are struggling here. I'm out of breath, commentators. Whoa! Second all over the place. No seconds.
Keep pushing.
Lucky 13. Been very lucky there. It's all down the inside. Elbow racing. In big ass trucks. I think we have got up to second finally. Just one more truck to go, but with the time penalty, I think we'd be lucky to be in the top 10 with those time penalties.
Just a few laps left. Keep pushing.
A few laps. I don't think she's seen how many laps there are. I think she's actually fallen asleep. This is just all pre-recorded. No wonder it's just a few. She's always been. She's never actually attended a race, has she? The team would just hide a model for the weekend. My actual crew chief is back in bed at home. I've been hoodwinked. That's a nice Ferris wheel to the right hand side. That's all nicely on the power early. So coming it to the inside. So once again, nice on the power. We've got the 77 in front. We've got Bottas. He's about to get that sinking feet in again, is he? Oh my god, where's he going? Good thing they didn't design our opponents for the corkscrew. Otherwise, we're really struggling to take the lead. Probably can keep it in fourth through that. So there we go, across the line in first. It's the final freaking corner, calm down. So we end up in 8th. So we get with the reverse grid pole. So one ahead of Amir. Wasn't he down to like 8th at the start? Josh Reeves, Brad Harris, Carl Johansson is at the top 5. He's got Fernando Diaz, Stoffel, we're in 8th. So he actually won that race by around 4 seconds in the end. And Hector De Santos, Joe Whitelock, Gabriel Silva and Thiago Costa, Brazilians at the back. So point structure the same, 20, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, the championship after the first round's the same as well. Who'd have thought that? So we are starting on pole for this free lap, and we're already getting punted. As in the first race, we went with the balance setup. Now we go with the cornering setup. The adjustment we discovered last year is not necessarily the quicker setup. But I'm interested to see the difference in these trucks. As look at that drift on the exit. How can you not love driving these? A bit wide. I know it's not a sim, but they're just awesome fun to drive. Trucks in any form are just awesome to drive. There's a nice Ferris wheel. As I think everyone is already backed off it. Unfortunately, we already know the circuit now. Then
Try to hold your position.
this configuration of it, at least, I said it's weird in some parts. This corner, it's more tight as well. Maybe it's not. It just feels like it in these trucks. So you go through the corkscrew. Oh, hitting all the apexes. A little bit wide. Once again, that apex climbing just puts me off. And this final corner as well. Where it's kind of leaning in. instead of just being straight and like going straight like it's done in every other replication I've seen of the Laguna Seca. I got seen in real life as well. So yeah, I don't understand what data they've gone off to recreate Laguna Seca with this, but it is just awesome having this in this game, because you see European Truck Racing Championship in the cover and you're like, it's going to be the European trucks, isn't it? But no, they've chucked in this, from what I understand, fictional championship, chucked in circuits from all around the world, and chucked in some trucks which you maybe not racing in Europe, but some more American brands from what I understand, or just international brands as well. They're just not part of the European Truck Racing Championship, and it's awesome having this, not just having the European trucks. Like, and like having circuits such as Winton, which is just not in any radar. Any game is going to have Winton apart from mods. I've seen it. I've seen it for mods for Automobilista, Seca Corsa, etc. Yeah, but does it have that? Mosport, Cota, Indianapolis, Argentina, which again I mostly know from Automobilista. And for mods for R Factor as well. And from the old F1 games too. Remember it was on the F1 calendar in 97, 98. And then Laguna, which is a staple of so many games actually. It's like an iRace in Forza from what I remember. It was in Gran Turismo, wasn't it, as well? Because I remember Jeremy Clarkson doing his Top Gear around here. Remember when he tried to recreate his life from Gran Turismo, his time from Gran Turismo round here, and he was like 10 seconds short or something, wasn't he? Just like stripping the car and everything. And even with a professional driver, they were a few seconds off, I think. Or they said if there was a professional driver, he would be much closer. But yeah, this is the strangest Laguna Seca I've ever seen. And I've seen some mods of it for automobilists in particular. So, an R factor, which looks strange as well, but maybe not this strange. As I said, just the radius of what almost every corner is off. It doesn't help that you got these chunky curves everywhere, like European style curves. I don't remember that being the way around Laguna. So we end the race. First victory.
First place. Well done.
She still sounds sarcastic as hell. What the hell? So we win by only 17 seconds. Such disappointment. Stoffel in second, and Fernando Diaz, Carl Jonasson, Brad Harris. So Dovrak. That's how you say it. My Czech is abysmal. I apologise. We got Josh Reeves. We got Joe Whitelock. We got an Aussie and a New Zealander. Is that? That's pretty cool. And then we got Amir Chowdhury, Thiago Costa getting a final point ahead of. Actually, it's not the final point, isn't it? I know it is, isn't it? The Gabriel Silva, Hector Dos Santos. I thought after 2 races, I've already forgotten the point system. Yet 10 down to 1. So we're up to 7th, just 12 points off the lead. As I think, as everyone scored points. Oh, Gabriel, get on the leaderboard.
Try to pick up the pace.
We've just started the freaking race. Oh, break. Oh my god, we shoved through. See, there's wreck avoidance. Making it 3 wide as well. Oh my god, we're doing every go. That's for mispronouncing the name. I don't know how you get punished for that, but for me mispronouncing your name. It's around the outside, up into second. What a start. Oh, that curb is clawing us towards the gravel. Oh, we've been punted. Oh, I was now chopped off the nose. We're still holding the lead just. As we go into the left hand. Oh my god. These cars really want to hook here.
Keep pushing.
But also we've got a different setup on before we try the stability setup. Oh my god, it's ripping the wheel out of me hitting these curves. It's not very stable, shall we say. It's like those cranes with the springs, like the washer, window washer things, like the massive springs. It's like this, it feels like. It's like if you're driving that, because this is just not working well with the, I want to say hard suspension, but I'm not sure. As I say, it feels spongy. To complete one lap. So yeah, World Series is awesome.
Try to improve on that lap time. Keep it tight in the corners.
And it's fun, as I said, having some different tracks. I mean, Indy's in quite a lot of things, admittedly, like everything. But in Motorsport or Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, I remember that most from Grand Prix Legends, because F1 race around there in '67. And it was one of my favourite circuits in that game, along with Watkins, because that was short and simple. I could get my brain round actually driving those cars in Grand Prix Legends around that circuit. I think that's the only circuit I was decent at. Car Army, I could get the odd good lap in. Monza as well. North Schleifer was abysmal. I don't think I ever completed a single lap on the North Schleifer in Grand Prix Legends. That might be an idea in the future. But I've still got my Grand Prix Legends disc. I've got some websites where I can get some mods and stuff to get it all installed. So never know, might go back to that. But actually, I don't think I've ever shown off Grand Prix Legends because I was playing it and stopped before I began this, so go any older YouTubing. So, don't know. Definitely have to try and one day when I've not got a backlog of like 50 games to play, go back to it and try it out. Back to the granddaddy. I know they've got that fantastic mod for Assetto Corsa as well, which is basically Grand Prix Legends, but it's not the same. Especially as they got Isle of Man now in Grand Prix Legends. Like the full Isle of Man circuit, a project which took like 15 years or something to complete, finally got released in the summer, like a couple of months ago. I was meant to install Grand Prix Legends back then and try and test that out against the actual TTR main game with the bikes, but once again I totally forgot to do that, which is typical. Also, I'm just not very good at the TTR of Man bikes or Grand Prix Legends, so it would have taken me days, weeks to record anyway. That game might be an idea for the future, as I've tried with TTR of Man to get back into that and get back into a career. I've checked it out and it's, God, it's going to be such a grind. I have to figure out a way to actually get through the rest of the career, TTR of Man. Sure it will. As we come to the end of the third race. Very hectic third race at the beginning, but once again it's the Sunday drive for us. As this is meant to be on the Sunday, so I'm guessing this is morning, which is very, with the sun rising, so it being the evening again.
First place, well done.
Strange, its Suspirity setup was quicker than the cornering setup. What the hell? In the final race, we're going to try our blend, as we won ahead of Sarah, and then you got Josh Reeves, Joe White, look, Stoffel. Hey, Gabriel, they get on the leaderboards. They're Brad Harris, Hector Santos, Carl Jansen, Fernando Diaz. Grabbing the final point for Chile ahead of Costa and Amir, having a shocker. Even though it was very close by, look how close it is. 559.9 or 0.7, 5.5.7, so 14 seconds covered 11 trucks, and then we buggered off 16 seconds down the road. So more seconds in victory than cover the rest of the field. That's ridiculous, as we're getting used to this winning business. As we're up to second, 7 points behind Sarah. As there's Gabriel sneaking into the top 10. And it is confirmed everyone has scored a point now. Where are you going, truck?
Try to pick up the pace.
Once again, we're just beginning. Has...
Ensure you meet your team's objective.
Does that meet it? We're already in the lead. What the hell? Let's all turn it, turn it, turn it. Nice Ferris wheel on the right there. So we've got a 5-second penalty for wreck avoidance. And he's in to close the gap with the rest of the field. I'm going to say. If I carry the speed through there, I think I can keep it before. To try that on the next lap.
Try to hold your position.
Yeah, Grand Prix Legends pretty fun. Just like this. I just wish there were... Do they have like, not mini trucks, but you know, less powerful trucks that are used to get up to this level, up to European Championship level? Like a British series or something? Or a French series, German series, something like that? Probably not. Oh yeah, I'd put something else to maybe add in, just to pad it a bit. So you have to work your way up to European Truck Racing Championship Series, which is something they finally integrated into, say, like the F1 games, but it's always been the case in, say, the MotoGP games as well. And when Sen games do it, you have like iRacing with their license system going up from a skip bubble all the way up to
Hold your position.
a Porsche now, I guess. Used to be the F1 cars, but no one really liked the McLaren F1 car in iRacing. Not even iRacing likes the McLaren F1 car anymore, it seems like, because they have the Williams now as the Grand Prix Series. The 2009 Williams as the Grand Prix Series F1 car, which I don't mind. I like the Williams. Maybe not be the best driver in it. I might have the licensing class to take part in it at the moment, but what I had before, yeah, I quite like the Williams, especially compared to the McLaren. The few times I drove the McLaren, it's like a surfboard on tarmac. I just don't get it. I don't get what iRacing was thinking. It just doesn't work with the iRacing tyre model in quotation marks at the moment. Like, the tyre model's not very good. Seems to be better on the Skippy, the updated version. Maybe that could save the McLaren F1 a bit, but I don't know. Something went wrong with that McLaren F1, it feels like. Doesn't even really feel like an F1 car. Compared to the Williams, which definitely does. Oh, and I got open setups back as well. The time I tried the McLaren, it was fixed setups. That wasn't fun either. But I've gone back to open setups for the Grand Prix Series. The Williams back. It's very good to see. As we approach our final lap here in Laguna Seca. Great circuit. Great sunsets. Great barriers. Fantastic starts. Even more fantastic Sunday cruising. I hope it's a bit more competitive at, say, Motorsport. Fuji! I've got to mention Fuji! Good seeing that back in Gran Turismo as well. Sport. I'm surprised Fuji isn't in iRacing yet. But there's one like foreign circuit apart from America where iRacing is based, okay? There's one circuit which I think would be pretty good on iRacing. Especially for the Le Mans series or IMSA, so would be Fuji would be right up there. Would be right. We're in the top 5 at least. Because it's wide open, it's fast, it's a very modern facility with tarmac runners, but it's challenging as well. So yeah, Fuji and iRacing, make it happen. That'd be pretty cool. And I say it actually follows real life WEC then as well. Another real circuit it had. They've got Silverstone now, the modern layout. Got Spa, got Le Mans. No one cares about Bahrain. Got Nürburgring. So yeah, you've got a number of circuits now. Have Fuji, have virtually the whole calendar. I've got Sebring as well, of course. And we've got 3 victories out of 4. See, this setup again, the mixed setup. Best setup. We had to do it ourselves. As only 15 seconds ahead of Brad Harris. He denied them a home victory, but he still gets to spray the champagne. Ahead of Hector Dos Santos. What a comeback. And Stoffel, Joe Whitelock, Gabriel Silva. He's got up points fever now. Fernando Diaz, Josh Reeves are down in 9th. Kai Anderson just ahead of Amir. And Thiago Costa. To take home 10 points. And the championship lead by a single point. So despite us winning 3 out of 4 races, because they had a poor first race, it means it is very close in the championship. Now that will continue for the rest of the season. You've got Josh Reeves, Brad Harris, Stoffel around at the top 5, Joe Whitelock, Fernando Diaz, Kai Anderson, Amir, Hector Dos Santos. Unfortunately, Bizzine's at the back. Gabriel Silva and Thiago Costa with just a single point. So that's pretty good, I'll say. As we finished the line first in all races, but we got, of course, we got that 8th place. Don't want to be doing that in the main races, in races 1 and 3. But 2 and 4 we can get away with it, I think. But definitely need to do better. Has finances through the roof. My God, they really are rolling in it. So next up, we've got some practice round Circuit of the Americas. Maybe is home to some of the best events in motorsport. It's located in the capital city of Texas, Austin. Opened in 2012, the Circuit of the Americas is a young circuit but quickly gained popularity for being a highly technical circuit with its mix of turns, straights and elevation changes. Or we could just head to Fuji, a challenging circuit even for the most experienced of drivers with 16 turns and straight almost 1.5 kilometers long. It tests the resilience of the drivers and the durability of the vehicle. Located near Mount Fuji, the circuit also has some of the most picturesque views of any circuit in motorsport. Maybe that's why it's not in iRacing. They can't recreate Mount Fuji in the background. Maybe that's what's happening. Just like they can't do Long Beach properly. So, yeah, next up it is Fuji Speedway. I'm very much looking forward to racing these trucks around here, especially down that long straight. We could be looking down at our watch for most of it, I think, just waiting for it to end. But we're immediately from... Are we immediately from a Chrome to a Titan driving? Doesn't it like it? Despite all our victories. Does that change at the end of the season? Is that the difference between World Series? I do like the little graphics with World Series as well, being like a slightly darker colour. But enough rambling. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.